All right, so I want to talk about some budget decks that you guys can play for my broke boys. If you don't have much dust, but you want to win still, you know what I mean? So I got 3 great options. Okay, so I got three options, all right? These are all, they're varying in terms of their frugality, but I'll start with the cheapest one first, and that is going to be budget carpet charge Zoolock. This is as good as it gets, man. This is the Zoolock. This is what you want to be playing. It really takes advantage of that imprisoned scrap imp, which is a card that should be seeing a nerf sometime. I do believe it's really frustrating to play against. Seems like if your opponent ends up playing it on curve or shortly after, that they're just gonna win, and there's not too much you can do about it. On top of that, they have the Hand of Gul'dan, in addition to discard mechanics, where you can target to discard your Hand of Gul'dan, which is going to make you draw 3 cards, and you can do that with the Expired Merchant, and you can also do that with the Nightshade Matron. So maybe you're going to want to keep the Hand of Gul'dan in your mulligan, and after that, all you have to do is draw an Expired Merchant or a Nightshade Matron, and then you draw a bunch of cards, and then you hit them with your Scrap Imp, and then your Scrap Imp is going to buff them. And then after that, you start slamming your big boys on the board. Throw them on the carpet, Magic Carpet Ride straight into their face, and then you just win. And you can be buffing a lot of things, like your boars, those can go face. Your wolf riders, those can go face. Anything that has one mana cost, obviously, can get +1 attack and trade into things. Maybe your Fiendish Servant goes in, trades, and then the buff lands on one of your other minions, and that one's going face. Your bluegills can go face. It feels good. It's budget. The most expensive card being the Magic Carpet, and I do think the Magic Carpet is very good. It's kind of needed in this deck because it helps you take back the board after you've lost it because you spent turns just drawing and playing your Scrap Imp. So yeah, I mean, sometimes you're going to feel like you did absolutely nothing with this deck, and those are going to be turns where you don't discard Hand of Gul'dan and you don't draw the Imprisoned Scrap Imp. Also, don't make the mistake of, keeping 1-drops and things that aren't Hand of Gul'dan and are not Scrap Imp. And also, you might want to consider not keeping the Expired Merchant or Nightshade Matron unless you have Hand of Gul'dan, because you only got 2 Hands of Gul'dan in your deck and you have 4 discard cards. So make sure you're drawing the Hand of Gul'dan if you want to win, and the Imp. If you could do that, you're going to be rank 1 legend. Maybe not. Okay, next we got a Dragon Hunter. Now this Dragon Hunter is pretty good, and it is 1,920 dust, and I do see that it has Rotten Drake down here, and I apologize, that is an adventure card, right? Feels bad. I think if you don't have the Rotten Drake, maybe you could put the Chonker, the 5-mana 5/5 that draws a card. You can put him in there. I believe he's a common. And if you're really good enough at this game, you're going to get the Rottenness off of the Primordial Explorer regardless. So just do that. Okay, you don't have Rottennest, just discover Rottennest, and you're gonna do just fine. This deck curves beautifully, has a lot of aggro cards in here. We have a couple secrets, only the Explosive Trap, and that's because they hit your opponent in the face, and that is fantastic. The card I keep mentioning that just surprises me is this Imprisoned Felmaw. Just something about it, man. It just it feels right. It feels good. It's a real standout card here. Usually goes to your opponent's face, and then hopefully it doesn't die and it can go face again. Maybe 10 damage out of this bad boy on average. That's probably not true. And Scavenger's Ingenuity can pull these Stone Tusk Boars, make them really big and thick. Maybe it pulls the Phase Stalker, also makes it big and thick. And then, yeah, everything else can just pummel your opponent in the face and make their health go to 0, and then you win. You're gonna see that most budget decks are aggro, and that's generally how things go, because the control decks usually have, legendary cards and epic cards. I don't know why that is. It's just they're more expensive. That's always how it's been, unfortunately. Okay, we got a budget Demon Hunter. A budget Demon Hunter. Budget aggro Demon Hunter. It pains me to say it. It's really not even that budget, this version that I am showing you. It is just the best aggro Demon Hunter. I don't know why I wrote budget in there, but Altruist is, you should have Altruist, right? The expensive crafts here are Metamorphosis, Kayn, and Warglaves. Warglaves. The Warglaves of Azeroth, right? Thank you, Blizzard. But yeah, I think you can replace the Kayn and the Metamorphosis with a Chaos Strike. Now this will make the deck quite a bit worse, but I still think this video is more targeted at players who can't really hit like maybe rank 5 diamond. This is not necessarily people who are trying to push for legend. So I like recommending this deck because it is legend worthy. I think even with those changes, you should be able to maintain a win rate above 50%. And as you keep playing and getting more gold, make those switches, get Kayn, get Metamorphosis, because those cards are just they're gonna constantly be good. Yeah, this is a good deck. Everyone hates Demon Hunter right now, so just take that into consideration. But what else I'm gonna throw out here is the best deck in the game. Now, this is not budget at all. Why is this in a budget deck video? Well, I'm just gonna say because it's the best deck. Maybe you have a higher budget, you just want to create one good deck, or maybe your collection just has most of these cards or something, but this is by a large margin, it's the best. It's the best. Better than Demon Hunter? Yes. Yeah. Better than Murloc? Yes. Better than everything. This deck is amazing. Another caveat here. I don't think you want to play this thing without the Ankar. I think that's one of the more essential legendaries here. And by I think, I mean it is. If you need to swap some of the other legendaries, maybe you could drop Greenskin and Deathwing, and instead you put the injured Tolvirs in. Those are what were ran previously, but there are a lot of epics, and it's expensive. I just wanted to throw it in there because it's the best, and maybe that's what you're looking for, the best, because you are the best. You want to continue to be the best, and you want to get rank 1 legend. Well, here you go. Go get it. I believe in you. Yeah, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Helps me out. It's also free, and then maybe I'll be able to afford a new mic stand. So that's about it. Yeah, that's so good luck on ladder. Careful crafting things, although the meta seems relatively solved and they haven't announced any patches or anything, so maybe you want to make the best deck in the game. So good luck on ladder. Stay hydrated. Bye-bye.